Hi, friends. Mr. Bryan here, and my pronouns are he and him. And
And and I'm Miss Madison, and my pronouns are she and her.
and of course, we are with the Quinn Project, and we are bringing you week number 10. Yes, and this is going to be rehearsal part one. Last week we talked about verse. Well, we finished up our series on verse and poetic structure, finishing up the idea of our haikus, sonnets, iambic pentameter. And if you need a little review on that, please feel free to go back to the other lesson. We talked about a lot. We created some poetry. And if you haven't had a chance to share and you still want to, please send it our way. And if you don't want to, also cool. We'd love to see it though. So just saying. All right. Let me see here, make sure. Today's lesson is we're going to treat it as a rehearsal, a practice of what we've written and created. And we're going to start playing with them, molding. Consider the play and what we've written like clay, and we're going to start to mold it and fine tune it and make it into well whatever we're going to make it into. We're going to find out, aren't we? That's what practice is all about. And we're going to consider something else, and that's the idea of as we practice it, treating it as if we have an audience in front of us. Because it's nice to be storytellers, it's nice to create, but storytellers need an audience as well. So we want to practice that idea, how it molds our clay, our metaphorical clay, and how we adapt ourselves and our written creations for the audience as well. You find out that having that audience, having that practice, having that rehearsal, is crucial. So we're also going to have an opportunity to observe and give feedback as well, but we'll get into that later. So before we do that, before we warm up, 3 tools of the actor. Number 1, repeat after me, body.
Buddy,
Number dos, voice.
what?
And number 3, really get into this here. Give me imagination.
Imagination.
All right, because it's all right to say stuff, but get your body involved into it. Let's get ourselves going because I want that energy going, especially today. So, last but not least, let's check in with how we're feeling today. So, really, clap your hands together. The clap is very important. It's the spark. So, clap your hands together and rub your hands together, nice and warm. Get them nice and fast. Open it up, and you know what to do. Focus on that energy in front of you and mold it into that ball of energy that we are carrying with us today. And once you form that ball, listen to the sound of my voice, but focus on your own ball. Take that energy and put it where you need it. Put it where you need it the most and really pay attention. If you want to, you can close your eyes and focus. Where do you need it the most? I need it a little bit behind me on my neck. And the rest of that energy, glide it over your body and distribute it everywhere because we want to focus that energy into the next part of our lesson with laser eyes to Miss Madison.
Okay. Cool friends. We know the drill. We are professional yogis at this point. Just kidding. That's not a thing. Um, or I guess it is. Yoga teachers. We're yoga. Anyways.
We're little yogurts.
Little we're yogurts. Okay, here we go, friends. Sitting comfortably, let your hands fall where they may. Close your eyes. And here we go. Focusing on our breath. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Very nice. Reach your hands up to the sky. Deep breath in. And let them fall. Deep breath out. One and more of those. Deep breath in. Rain it down. Deep breath out. Awesome. Reach just your right hand up. Stretch and over to the left. Open up your heart. Open up that shoulder. Work out any creakies. And come back to center. Here we go. Other side. Left hand up. And over to the right. Work out any creakies. And drop it. Here we go. We're going to bring our energy in together. Interlace our fingers. And push it out in front of you. Keep your hands together. Breathe in. Follow your hands up. And rain it down. Dos más. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Here we go. Push. Up. And exhale. Very nice. And now we are ready to rehearse. So friends, if we were in person, what we would do is we would take your work that you have been working on that you have been writing, and we would stage it. We would get people together, we would split up into groups, all that stuff. Obviously, we're not going to do exactly that because we're here recording and you're going to watch this at a later date. All good. What we would love to encourage you to do is trying to get your work, you may be together with some of your stuffed animals, some of the people in your household. I'm sure your family would love, some of your families would really love to work on your plays with you. It's really awesome to share all that stuff, and it's super important for playwrights to hear their works out loud because it's really different from what's on the page. You know, it's really different you reading it and writing it than to hear actors actually doing it. So if you want to send us your scripts, you know, we're happy to read them out loud for you. If you want to, you know, work with each other, find some friends, find some people that are in your household, that would be awesome. For today, what I'm actually going to show you how to do is give you an example on how to direct your work. So we're going to work with a little script that some of my previous students wrote in QSP Summer Camp. Shout out QSP Summer Camp. You get to do fun things like this. And so I'm going to stage it with Mr. Bryan being my actor. And you can be in it too. I'll probably have to be in it as well. But I'm just gonna stage one scene from the beginning of this little play. I believe this play was called Untitled Play Creation Project. I'm not sure. I don't think that's what I think we picked a name in the end, but maybe we hadn't in originally. So we're gonna go down to this scene. And I believe I believe Allison is a unicorn and Opal is a flying unicorn, a Pegasus. She's a Pegasus, that's what she was, a Pegasus. And I think Opal is like a wizard. So here we go. So we're gonna stage this. Mr. Bryan, I'm gonna ask Mr. Bryan, casting is an important part, right? So here we go. Mr. Bryan, I would love for you to play Allison, the flying Pegasus. Would that work for you?
I would love to.
Awesome, great. And kind of my vision, I'm gonna pretend that I wrote this, even though I didn't write this. My vision for Allison is that she's really high energy, she's really spunky, she's really fun. So just give me that energy. And then I'm gonna play Opal, who's a little bit more like laid back. She's kind of chill. She's just like, what's up? I'm a wizard. I think that's what, I don't remember what she is. I think she's a wizard or some kind of magic.
We'll roll with that. Yeah.
We'll roll with that. All right, cool. So, and then we'll just read it out loud and then maybe I'll give some feedback and then we'll do it again. So here we go. Stage direction. Remember we learned what stage directions were. Transition to Opal and Allison hanging out.
So, Opal, I took a nice fly this morning.
Great. I learned a new magic spell.
So what you doing?
Nothing much.
Cool. I was planning on improving my flying skills.
Oh, I guess I'll watch you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'll just sit here.
I'm gonna go warm up.
Nice. I love that. Mr. Bryan, I really loved how energetic you were. So then you want to give your actors some feedback, right? Really, Mr. Bryan, I really loved how energetic you were. I really thought that you kind of brought Allison to life in some really cool ways. For me, my feedback for myself, I think I could be a little bit more, a little bit more in character. I'm still working on finding that character. We'll do it one more time. So friends, it's super, super easy, right? You're just being very direct, very gentle with your direction. Yeah, you're letting your actors, kind of take on their characters as they will. So let's do it one more time, and then we will call it good. Lights up is the thing I like to say. Lights up.
So, Opal, I took a nice fly this morning.
Great. I learned a new magic spell.
So what you doing today?
Nothing much.
Cool. I was planning on improving my flying skills.
Well, I guess I'll watch you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'll just sit here.
I'll go warm up.
Nice, friends. And in that, we started to get maybe some more subtext. Like maybe there's a conflict between us.
There's some
You know,
tension.
different
Yeah.
skills, some tension. Yeah. Right. So, friends. So we really encourage you to get, you know, connected with other people virtually, of course, in this moment. But if you know people in your own household stage your work, it's really just so cool to hear your work read out loud. I know when I've written plays and I hear them out loud, I'm like, oh my god, it's a fully different thing, right? Because it's just crazy. Yeah,
Definitely.
Mr. Bryan, anything to add?
Definitely. Everything Miss Madison said, and saying it out loud, it's not just a thing we're saying it, you know, make you say it out loud. Ideas spark, feelings are revealed. When you have not only that, but when you say it and you also have someone that you can practice with, even whoever it is, you start to realize reactions that that aren't clear when you're just reading it. Because when you're saying something and someone gives you energy back, you're going to react. You're going to feel something different that maybe you didn't have before. So please try it out. Please try it with movement, and nothing is set in stone. All right. I said before that this was clay, and I said that because try different things, try different ways of doing things. You could do everything that we've talked about with body, with voice. Try it in a louder volume, try it with a softer volume, try it with a different subtext, try it with a different gesture. You'll find that not if you approach it with a lot of ideas, you start to fine tune it and figure out what it is you want. And since it's your creation, let's be detectives. Let's investigate. I guess that's a way of saying it. Sure. Let's figure out how it is we can get your message, get your story presented in the way that you want it. All right. So experiment, try it out, and if you want, see if you can make a FaceTime call, a video call, a phone call, and just get together with someone. Doesn't have to be long, and just try practicing it, because you'll have a different experience altogether, or someone at home as well, and just see how that works with everything that we've talked about. Whew, I'm out of gas. That's what I got to say, Miss Madison.
Awesome. Let's check out. Here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale. I want everybody to show me a tableau that's a frozen picture. Just pose your body in whatever way you're feeling right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze that feeling in, breathe it in, and let it go back to neutral. And to continue on, go rehearse, go on with your day. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, friends.